welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. So today is April the 18th, 2020, and I'm going to be harvesting stuff out of the greenhouse today. My cucumbers did start giving, so I'm going to be taking my cucumber off here. These are a tender green burpless cucumber. Now these will get larger than this, but because the plants are just starting off, I want to harvest these as quickly as I can so that they continue to produce more cucumbers. So I have my pruners here. I don't like to twist them off because I can damage the stem. So I'm just going to move this leaf here. Just going to snip my cucumber off here. Now, yes, this is very small, but they're very sweet, even when they're small like this. And we're going to have it with our salad tonight. We got fresh Dandelion Greens, so we're going to be putting this in with it. And you can see one of my other cucumber plants here. It's starting to produce the cucumbers on it. So, I'm still going to have to hand pollinate these for now. We are getting some of the little bees and stuff that are coming in the greenhouse on warm days. But for the best fruiting, you'll want to hand pollinate them. And I have videos on my channel for how I grow my cucumbers in the greenhouse. It's an entire playlist on there. It talks about how I feed them, what I feed them, and I show how I hand pollinate them and all that's in there. So, my tomatoes are my early treat hybrid tomato. We have some ripe ones. So we're going to be taking some of these off here. Oh, there's one. And this was last year's tomato stock. I overwintered it in the greenhouse. And it's just loaded with tomatoes. You can see there's more ripe ones back there. So we're going to harvest some more here. And you can see the early treat hybrid normally gives the tomatoes in clusters. So some of these are ripe, some of them aren't ripe yet, but they're going to ripen up. That can get a little redder. But you can see here there's more on. So we're going to get the rest of these off here. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Now there is an early girl tomato in here. I do have an early girl plant, and we harvested one early girl tomato off of that. But the rest of these are the early treat hybrid tomatoes. And I'm going to pick some eggplants next. So this is a Little Fingers eggplant here. Now this overwintered from last year in the greenhouse. And it has 2 eggplants hanging on it. So we're going to take these off here. So these are the 2 eggplants here. Now the Little Fingers eggplant does get larger than this. I took these off. They're just right for picking. They're nice and shiny. And the plant really looks stressed. So I just wanted to take these off and get something out of them. And this here's one of my squash plants that I started in the greenhouse. Now these 2 squash here, they did not get pollinated. So we're going to take them off now. They're still going to be sweet and good to eat. I don't want to let them waste. So we're going to clip these off here. And I'll show you after we get them off. So we'll be right back. So there's our 2 little squash. And our little cucumbers down here on the bottom. So we're going to have this with our supper tonight. And it's about time to put the greenhouse to bed. So we're going to be doing that. But my mom wanted me to show you something here real quick. So my mom wanted me to show you her Martha Washington geranium here. And I had gotten her this for Mother's Day probably about 3 years ago. And I got it to bloom again and she wanted me to share this in the video. And she said this is her Mother's Day present for this year. So it's just loaded with blooms here, and I'll talk more about this later in another video. Okay, so along with our supper tonight of the fresh harvested tomatoes and eggplant and squash and cucumbers out of the greenhouse, we're going to have some Brussels sprouts here that were just harvested out of the garden. Now these were off of the plants that we started last year, and we put them in the ground and we left them go, and they did survive the winter here in Pennsylvania. So these are the Brussels sprouts. They are getting leaves on, and they are getting the blossoms in to start blooming so they can produce seed. And I have entire playlists on my channel for how to grow your Brussels sprouts from seed, what to feed them, how to harvest them. All that stuff is in that playlist, so you can check that out on there. And over here we have a bowl of Dandelion Greens, and we have another bowl of them as well. And you just chop your Dandelion Greens up after you wash them, like you would your salad. Now these came out of the garden, so we harvested them out of the garden. And then over here we have our fresh chives, and we're still using our onions from what we harvested last year. So there's some of our onions. We have some more, and we're gonna get this stuff prepared for our supper tonight. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the little notification button. That will tell you when I put a new video on. You can also follow me on Twitter. I'll have a link down in the description for my Twitter account. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye!